And we are live. Happy Black History Month.
Oh,
It's a beautiful day. All right. So today on our little agenda, what are we talking about?
I know boundaries is on the list.
Maybe personal space.
And then we're gonna touch on, I guess, our recap of self-care a little bit, what we did this past week.
And you know what else I think we need to talk about just based off of like today, protecting your energy.
Definitely.
Yeah, so I think that's a good one. So there are lots of different kind of boundaries, right?
Mm-hmm.
So at work with the kids, we always teach them like personal boundaries, 6 feet, but no, seriously. Because you got some of them that come up to you and just want to be all huggy and lovey. And it's like, I get it, but back up. So I guess we can start there and we can just dive into like other places. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really have a script today. We just shooting straight off the dome.
I think it works better that way though.
Mm-hmm.
We shoot straight off the dome and just, it's more organic than like when we be trying to be like, okay, so first.
Interview question number 52.
Right, because I think we were very interviewee like them first couple of episodes because it was just like,
Ooh.
but so like for me, I think that I'm a hugger, so um I have to have my own boundaries because like people at work, I'd be like, hey, how you doing? And like if we cool, I'm gonna give you a hug when I see you, but not everybody like hugs. Um, you don't like hugs?
I don't.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
It
I feel
is
like I'd be hugging you.
in your mind.
Oh, I ain't never gave you no hug.
Uh-uh.
Probably because I know you. I never thought about it.
Every time we've connected, we just be like on 10, ready to turn up with the kids. So I don't know.
Hmm. But I'm a hugger though. I like hugs. Um,
Don't hug me next time.
I mean, I won't hug you because you don't want my hugs, but I like hugs though. Um, but one of my love languages is physical touch,
Really?
and so that's why I like to be touched. No.
I didn't say anything. I'm glad you know your love language. It took me a minute to figure out mine, but I hugging ain't it unless I'm like in a really, really down mood. Then okay, I'll need a little bit like comfort. But outside of that, don't hug me.
Okay, so if I was
Don't
like
kiss me either.
walking into a room and this was my first day meeting you or whatever, and like a social norm was to go ahead and give your boundaries when you meet a person, what would you tell me your boundaries were? I was like, hey, what's up? I'm Candace. What are your boundaries?
That's it. Just don't hug me. I don't
Okay,
like the hugs and the mwah, mwah, the French thing
I
with
don't
the
like that.
cheek kiss. Yeah, I don't do that. Mm-mm. You get throat punched.
Ain't nobody ever came up to me though, other than
Mm.
like my grandma. But grandparents are lovey. I think my
Yeah, now
mom,
I'll
but
hug
no
my.
like random people have ever just.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the only people like to this day I can say I've hugged is my aunt. Cause she's a hugger and there is no way around that. She gonna hug you even if you're not expecting it. You don't even have to hug her back. She just gonna.
Yeah, but
So
she been your aunt your whole life, so you already
yeah.
know that. So it's not even like a thing. So other than spatial boundaries, we have like energy boundaries, and so what I'm learning is to protect my energy and I guess my aura. Um, I was told that I allow people to come and, talk to
Rob
me
you
and
of
stuff
your
like that.
joy.
I won't even say rob me of my joy, but black is beautiful. But I just be trying to be there for people. And so that can mess you up because energy is transferable, energy rubs off and stuff like that, which is all stuff that I know. But I think I have good intentions because I be trying to, you know, ease people and their pains and stuff like that, and then it may come back and bite me in my booty.
You play Mama Candace to everybody. Well, at least you try to, and you just automatically go into Captain Save 'em. You can't do that. This is what we were talking about before. Where you sometimes you just have to pull back and let people fall on their face and just cheer them on from the sidelines and watch them pick themselves back up again. You can't always be that crutch.
True, but I just want everybody to be happy.
Because sometimes you get involved with everybody and now you picking up energies from everybody and now you walking around feeling bad and sad and you don't know why. And it's because you feeding off of their negativity.
You can write a lot these days, and I don't think I like that. So,
I had to learn. I'm still learning. And one of my
yeah,
things is cutting out mess and minimizing drama. So if you come at me sideways with some craziness, I'm gonna pull all the way back. People been getting blocked left and right. And eventually I go back in and block them and be like, hey, you good? You alive? Okay, that's cool. You going back on the block list. That's all I needed.
I think I get all of that, but I have a hard time feeling like I left somebody hanging, or like I guess maybe it's my profession. I feel like if they come to me and they want to talk or they want to vent or something like that, it's like my duty to be there and to help them and stuff like that. And then I feel like if I don't respond and then they hurt themselves, then it's my fault. Or if I don't respond and then something like tragic happens, then it's my fault. Like I am a every case scenario kind of person. Like I run scenarios
Doing the scenarios for everybody else. What scenario have you done for yourself?
in regard to what you mean, like how they can
Um,
affect me.
yeah. Everybody else
Honestly,
right
I don't
know
because
who
I
you
think that I be so focused on making sure that that person is okay that again I'm not focusing on what it's doing to me, and that's something starting today.
so how are you gonna set that boundary?
Um, I think that if people come to me and it doesn't feel positive, it's it's okay to say, can we talk about something else?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to talk about this. Especially, I think that some relationships, people only come to you for one thing. Like I do feel like it's okay if like we have a full spectrum relationship that we talk about positive things, we talk about happy things, and maybe we sprinkle in a little bit in here and now, or sprinkle in something that bothers you. But if that person solely comes to me for negativity, then I have to learn to cut and change the narrative. Because something that Angelo told me was that you control the kind of relationships that you have, which I know, but he meant like I can control what I take in and what I allow people to say to me. So if someone says something to me and I don't want to hear it, it's okay to be like, okay, can we talk about something else?
Yeah.
Or okay, but what else is happening? You know what I mean? Like let's keep it positive. Make sense?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So that's my my Black History Month goal
Your Black History.
is to start really protecting my energy because I think I already do a lot to like be a positive force to people and stuff like that. But if I'm not protecting my energy, then all my work is counterproductive.
Very true.
So
Yeah.
What's your energy boundaries? How do you handle like, well, you said you block people, but is there like a person that you talk to that you feel like, oh, I can't block this person because this, or this, or is it just a me thing?
Um, I take it in. I guess I view it from the perspective that Low kind of sees it from. I can't control what other people do, but I can control how I react and how I respond to it. So usually I just don't acknowledge whatever is being said and just push past the topic. Or if it's like way too out of line, it's like, yo, I can't even go there with you. Like, you're doing too much. And then I start to rationalize, like, you know, you're looking at things from a me perspective. Have you ever thought about it from this perspective? Like, have you tried a little sympathy for that person or tried to see it from that point of view to get an understanding or some type of humility to stop bashing? So,
Okay. I'm working on the whole rational thing because I'm a fire sign, and my first instinct, like, I see red, and like, my anger has definitely refined as I've gotten older. But like, I always know when I'm getting like real mad because my heart just like, and like my whole body is almost vibrating. And then like my ears get red and I cry. And that's when I know like I went from 0 to 100. So,
see, I'm so
um,
Taurus. We're so practical.
I'm
Oh,
not.
goodness.
I have practicality, but I am emotional. So my emotions take the forefront a lot of the times, and then I can sit down and rationalize it by myself. That's gonna take me like 2.5, 3 hours, or I can have one of my rational-minded people. Um, I have two great ones that I can think of that come and like even me out, like to blow out my fire,
It's
because I
kind of
get
hard to put
mad.
the fire out.
Not always. I mean, sometimes it really is, but not always. Like,
But I think some of that, I'm crazy, but I do think some of that comes from because you're a Scorpio moon, highly emotional, very moody.
I don't think I'm moody. You think I'm moody?
But when you get mad,
Yeah. I think on a normal basis, I'm not moody. But like, if there is something, well, I don't know. Eric Green's he's gonna tell you I'm moody, but I'm not moody. Okay. I think that's funny to me. Um, I don't think I'm moody.
well, normally anything we see negative, we're not going to think that's. I don't see it as a negative. It makes you more vulnerable, more personable.
Personable.
You can
I
relate.
think vulnerability does make you personable because it makes you softer in somebody's eyes, but then vulnerability does not help with protecting your energy.
Nope, or setting boundaries. So here we are.
Here we are. I think I compartmentalize a lot in my life. So I have clear boundaries some places. In some places, my boundaries just a little bit sketchy. In some places, I ain't got no boundaries.
Yikes. That's a lot of work. A lot of shot work.
Yeah, but I mean, at least I'm honest. I know what I got going on. So, um, I know absolutely where I have no boundaries is probably like allowing people to just come and bring negativity to me because my first instinct is, oh, let me listen to them because maybe they just need an ear to listen to. Um, but that's not always good. And I'm gonna have to. come to a place where, like, if you're not paying me for this therapy, I don't know what
Good.
to tell you.
Yeah.
Because I think that that's why people default to me. Because I listen objectively to things that have
You
nothing to do with me.
also make yourself readily available
I
no
know.
matter what.
I'm aware. I told you I'm working on it. I know. I have to start being like, no, I'm not available.
Today. Not today, Satan.
No. I almost wore a shirt that say not today. Today. My mama got it for me.
Hey, Miss Carol.
So, um, yeah, I just think I need to do like a much better job at that. Cause like, I mean, depending on the person, I'm pretty cool with it. Like with my sister, I try not to. I don't want to know about her relationship stuff
Mm-hmm.
because as long as she happy, I don't care what they got going on in the background. Because my thing with relationships is we never know what people got going on. But when you start telling your friends and your family and stuff like that, although you gonna forgive your person, they
You're
not.
fine. And
So it's gone.
I think that was the first time I realized my family was like real strict when it came to boundaries as far as you and your significant other and y'all relationship. I don't ever remember, I can't recall. And I've seen several marriages dissipate, people come back together, what have you. They never got in the middle of stuff. Like
Because you shouldn't.
got crazy baby mamas, you name it, pulling up to the curb across the road from mama's houses and the whole 9 yards. Like I have seen some stuff, baby, but my family has never crossed that line, you know.
Well, that's good. I think that like I think my family would cross the line if I allowed them to, but I don't tell nobody nothing. Um, when it comes to my relationship because the natural kind of relationships, no matter if it's romantic, friendship, whatever, you're gonna have ups and downs and like bickers and arguments and stuff like that. Like we don't always agree, but at the end of the day, me and you can have a disagreement and you're gonna be like, all right, moving on. And that's how it should be. But when you start involving everybody else, and so I think one of our first like conversations on here was about like keeping the same energy in all your relationships
Yep.
and how like people forgive their significant others like 50,000 million times, but your friend and you have one disagreement, and all of a sudden that's the worst person in the world when we should treat all relationships the same because really it's all just human interaction. You
Mm-hmm.
just sleep with one of those people. So I don't know if that had anything to do with boundaries, but I had to get that off my chest.
You can wrap it back around this way. What you said is true as far as the human interactions, but some people can't quite grasp that concept. They carry that God-like complex and they feel like they are entitled to a different level, I don't know, of treatment because they
Just
hold a
because, but that's,
and cross those boundaries and they area gets gray.
and I mean, of course, there are different boundaries between your significant other and your friend, but at the end of the day, they're all relationships. And I think that the only relationship people take serious is the intimate one.
Yeah, because this patriarchal society that we live in has taught us to believe that you have to have some type of companionship in order to live correctly. And you
I,
put all your value, a lot of women put way more value in their relationship Then they should. When they should be walking away, they trying to stick and stay because of what society has painted.
I agree, but hear me out here. I do think companionship is important, but I don't think it has to be a significant other's companionship. I do think we all need a companion, but that companion can be a platonic friend.
Absolutely.
And I think that the issue is that when people think companionship, they automatically assume like boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. But in reality, you can have a husband and still very much need a best friend.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that keep that energy the same on all spectrums because I mean, we all need people at the end of the day. I like to tell my clients that we people are like trees. And you know how trees need water and sunlight.
And nutrients.
Yeah, so like imagine your different friendships and your different relationships and your different interactions as all those things. So like your water can be, I don't know, your spirituality. Your nutrients can be your platonic friends, and your sunlight can maybe be your sunlight really needs to be yourself because you need to bring your own self, your happiness. But
Mm.
people, your sunlight can be your companion or something like that. But you need all these things in order to survive, not just one.
Don't see it that way though.
Yeah, well, hopefully they will understand my tree analogy and say it's brilliant. Because I mean, that's how I explain it to teenagers because teenagers know trees, you know. So if you explain it on like a simpleton level like that, they get
They
it.
yeah, they should get it. If they
Well, I
don't,
have lots of plants in my office that don't get a lot of sunlight, so and they get all the water they need, and they got nice soil, and they won't grow. And I use that as an example there. I'm giving them everything else they need, but I can't give them sunlight because my office ain't outside.
right.
So they look healthy, but they ain't. And then
With
if you take a
time.
closer look, they have little dead pieces.
So you saying
Oh,
setting
tie me back, tie me back.
yeah, setting boundaries that way can
Okay,
contribute
okay.
to self growth. Mm.
Man,
And defining relationships and placements as well.
right. And then your self care helps with your boundaries as well because you're able to be, into you and into self, and you're stronger with your
But what
boundaries.
do they call it? Your interpersonal
Relationship?
relationship.
We here. Okay, so speaking of self care, I don't like getting my nails done. Obviously, because for one, I'm cheap and it costs too much to get them people to paint my nails because I'm not going to get acrylic because it hurts my fingers. It makes my fingers tight. I don't know. So I paint my own nails. Generally, when I paint my own nails, I got to paint them like every 2 days because they chip. But I got some chipless top coat and bam. Okay. This was done on Friday. It's
And they're still
Monday.
mm, 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 mm.
I would show you my toes if they wasn't ashy.
Now
It's
you
been
light skin. How
22
you walk
seasons.
around? You I don't
I
think we really can
have
see the ash, but okay.
I have what you call chronic dry skin. I have been self-diagnosed. It's an illness.
So you
I
got
put on
flakes.
lotion. No, I don't got flakes. No,
You
I
don't have
ain't
skin
flaky.
flakes.
I ain't got skin flakes. But I be ashy though. And then like I can like scratch, like I just did right here, and I can see my scratch line. I just get ashy very easily. Like I can put on all the lotion, all the oil, and I just get ashy. In the winter, don't make it no better. Um, so I use that stretch mark oil, the little Palmer's oil, all over my body, and I still be ashy. And it's like skin therapy. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe I need some Aquaphor.
I use the Aquaphor for my tattoos and it works.
I use Aquaphor ointment in my hair because I have a dry scalp. I literally just have dry skin.
Sheesh, child.
So
You may have to do what they used to do to the babies when they were little,
the
and
cradle cap, and you put the
when they bathe them and they don't dry them off all the way, they leave them a little damp, and then just like oil them and grease them down from head to toe,
I'm gonna
because
do
it
that
locks in
tonight.
the water, the moisture.
So do I need to use? I got Vaseline, I got my cocoa butter oil, and I got my Nivea 72 hour. Which one of them I need to use?
Oh, you asking the wrong person, because when I was pregnant, everything I had, I melted it into one pot. I did. And I used to grease myself up like a chicken.
You probably look like you was on your way to
To be dipped in some grease or put in the oven one.
I went through this phase where I wanted Mia to be greasy. And I used to get her out the tub and I used to Vaseline her down. And she used to just be looking at me like,
Why?
and then one day I just stopped. It's like the phase left me or something. I just stopped because
Well,
honestly,
maybe,
she was so slippery.
yeah, maybe you should try that for you. They say people with eczema have to do that too. Like,
But
don't
it's
dry themselves
crazy though.
all
I
the
don't
way.
have eczema. That's why
I
I don't
know.
understand. I just have very dry skin. There's sometimes I be taking my socks off and I be like,
Oh,
ma'am. Goodness gracious. So what's your self care? Get off me and my dry skin. Like I was
oh.
personally attacked over here. Like self care. Come on.
This past weekend I didn't really do much. Yeah, at all actually. Think me and the kiddo played with blocks, and I got a scale.
So, I went to that training Thursday and Friday, and the guy who did the ethics, he tied in self care with ethics. And he said that sometimes self care can literally just be in taking a wellness day. Um, so like we always call off when we're sick and stuff like that, but doing absolutely nothing. And
Hmm.
he was basically like doing nothing could very well be self care because sometimes we just need to self charge and just calm in nothing.
Yeah, cause
I think
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I think that your weekend of nothing was the best self care.
But here's why. Because this past week, my great aunt passed, and she's in Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh,
So, and it was really really unexpected. Nobody saw it coming. So of course
she
we
had
all
to go to
just
Cleveland.
we don't know, cause she requested to be buried near her parents, which is here. Head west on Lakeland Boulevard, then turn right. Hey, hey Siri.
I did not send for her, and your Siri just answered.
Yeah, I had to click off real quick.
I
They real.
didn't know where she was going.
You said go.
Did I asked, do y'all have to go to Cleveland?
But we're still waiting to see, I guess. So this past week, it was real heavy on the family,
Yeah.
checking in with everybody, trying to see if everybody was okay, while still maintaining doing what I'm supposed to do because I'm getting back in school. I'm doing whatever I'm supposed to do as far as my job. I know, right? So
I'm proud of you.
yeah, this weekend I didn't talk to a lot of people. I was real distant. My friend DJ hit me randomly and he was like, you good? Like, I didn't hear from you. It's like, oh, I'm
I'm
good.
good. But I
So,
think sometimes you really just need them like days where you do nothing. I think I need to take more days where I do nothing.
and I need to take less. I gotta start doing something. I gotta leave the
Okay, we got a healthy balance it out over here. So I'm gonna take some of yours, and you're gonna take some of mine.
the yin and the yang. Mm.
And I got on black, and you got on white.
White, you got your white letters, and got my butt.
That just makes me so happy. What's your Black History Month resolution? I know this ain't New Year's or nothing, but I love Black History Month. Black History Month is my favorite month of the, well, I was gonna say the world, but the year, because you know, I know Black people are excellent all year round, but Black History Month, you just get to like revel in it and be like, I'm Black and I'm proud, and like no one's like, oh my gosh, she's pro Black. Oh my gosh, she's doing too much because it's literally Black History Month and we're supposed to do it. Um,
Supposed to, yes, but what I found out, they don't really teach it as much as they should anymore. You remember we used to do our little projects and stuff, have
mhm.
our Black history programs. Not too big on that.
That's okay because I honestly think that it's going to be a job of our generation to teach our children ourselves like correct information. Like,
I was about to say the accurate information.
so I mean, maybe it's good that they don't teach it in school anymore because teaching it in school is not teaching the right stuff. Because as a grown up, I've learned so much more about Black people than I did when I was in school. In school, all you learned about was white people, and then you get grown and you get woke, and you start to look at your own people, and you be like, wow, like we really are amazing. And they don't teach it because they don't want to teach how amazing we are. The
I was
United
about to say,
States is
why,
big on suppressing Black people.
right? Why empower the oppressed? So
Period. And that's on period, poo. What they say these days, that's when Mary had a little lamb. I don't really understand that one. But
neither, but I'm going where the money resides.
he got a Super Bowl commercial. Shout out to him.
Yo, I need to make money moves like that.
He got a Super Bowl. I just, shoot.
That's so
Shout out to
awesome.
Black people. Because where the money was at.
He did that with just having a good day at work, joking around, and boom, that was his blessing in disguise. He kept it authentic.
Yeah, and that's it. So, again, Black.
Melanated people. I finally came to terms with the word melanated. I used to hate it
Why?
because it wasn't actually a term. People used to be like, oh, I'm so melanated. And I'm so logical and scientific. So I used to break it down, be like, no, you're not. We all actually have the same amount of melanocytes. Yours are just more active than other people. And yeah.
Yeah, I ain't that scientific. So, I myself, you know. So, I used to have an issue with like melanin because, people would be like, oh, I got so much melanin and you don't have a lot. So, like, that was my issue with melanin. Like, people trying to say I ain't got no melanin because I'm light skinned. But I'm Black and I'm proud, like I promised. So,
Right.
that,
Same.
yeah.
We ain't gonna get on the colorism and stuff like that, but I
We can
feel
get
you.
on that next week.
Yeah, we can, but I definitely feel you where
Yeah, so
because you're so light, you're not black enough.
girl,
Okay.
and I go harder for black people than some people I know. So
Right.
I'm gonna digress right there, and we gonna move on. Do we have any other words to say? I feel like this was a good talk. I mean, I feel like I rambled a lot. I needed to get some things off my chest, honey.
Oh, the point I did want to make, y'all, please protect your throat chakras lately. Um,
Oh,
because
because the Mercury and the retro
yes, yes,
word.
the retrograde in Aquarius. Don't sign no contracts. If you feel like you about to argue with somebody, don't even go there. Just block them out. Just wait. You said what? What now?
Why should they not sign contracts?
They say you never go into any type of agreements while Mercury is in retrograde because you're not
Anything in
seeing things.
Aquarius.
Yeah, everybody, because you're not seeing things clearly as you should. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to be indecisive. And once the Mercury retrograde is over with, you're going to go back and have like all types of regrets. You can't change it.
Hmm. Okay. Okay, my spiritual sisters. So I don't need to enter no contracts. I don't think I
Hmm.
got no contracts coming up, but you know.
Yeah, but be careful about how you speak and choose your words wisely, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Something blue.
Find me something blue.
Mm-hmm.
Girl got me something blue. Sorry. Um,
I meant like a clothing item or a
I
blue
have blue
candle. Yes.
in my chakra. Sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I also have blue in my chakra necklace.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah.
Blue.
My mommy gave me this bracelet for my birthday. So I wear my blue. Oh, I have on blue pants also today.
Yeah, so you good.
So I need to wear blue like every day during Mercury.
Wear your
Or at least
bracelet
wear my chakras. Okay, then.
until
I
we
can do
come
it.
up out of this.
You be keeping me good during the Mercuries and stuff like that. Cause I don't be knowing.
I told you I'm trying to stay drama free. I don't want no arguments. I don't need
Yeah.
no mess. Like, not
I
here
like
for
that
it.
you all like spiritual and stuff. Cause I be like, according to Sigmund Freud, this is what you should do. And then you come in and you hit me with the, okay, let me tell you what the moon and the stars and the sun is saying. And I be like, okay, what they
Cause
saying,
I
girl?
was I was so geeked when that conjunction happened. I was so geeked with Saturn. I was outside stalking the sky and stuff.
I have no correlation to what you're even talking about.
Oh my gosh, the winter solstice.
Okay, so something happened with the moon that's different, right? I have no correlation. I don't know, sis.
We gonna talk. We gonna talk.
Okay, you're
But
gonna teach me, because again, according to Sigmund Freud, this is what you should do.
okay. No,
So
that was just the an instance. Actually, that happened like around your
now
birthday
I do
where
know the
everybody was
winter
talking about.
solstice. Oh, girl,
Yeah,
when we was gonna get our superpowers.
right.
Girl, that was the winter solstice. I knew about that. Yes, I knew we was gonna get our superpowers.
Yes,
Um,
baby. That was the suspected star of Bethlehem.
I very much enjoyed watching everybody talk about their superpowers, because it was just like a moment of like, it's like everybody black in the world had the same running joke, and it was nice. But yeah, I like, so Jaleesa, she's real into astrology and stuff like you are. So like she had a line like her tub and stuff for the winter solstice and stuff like
So
that.
she actually prepped and did a.
Mhm. So like I know like surface level, but I'm not where y'all are. So like I knew of the winter solstice, but I didn't know of its significance, kind of thing.
Mhm.
So yeah,
We gonna meditate one day, and I'm gonna go get my singing bowl, and we gonna play the singing bowl.
you got the Janae Aiko bowls.
Mine is not that big. I got a small Tibetan singing bowl. I be letting Daisy play. we
That's it.
let her play it.
And Daisy's gonna be a real calming spirit because you meditate and stuff around her. You working on her. It's okay. Don't do Daisy.
I have to because I know what's there.
Yeah.
So in the back of my mind, I know my child is going to be a wild card. So the best thing I could do is plant something, instill something to ground her path in life. So
And I told you earlier, I think Nia's gonna be real spiritual. So
that's just my earth baby. This my little Virgo.
she's so cute. She'd be so happy. I love it. But yeah, anything else to say? This was
Oh
a talk. I think I needed this talk.
no. Mm-mm.
No. So we're gonna talk about colorism next time.
We can and meditate a little bit. I want to touch on it because that thing with what's so girl Danny Lay, however you say her name. I don't really like
And
her.
she had the song
Yeah, the yellow
about him liking her because she was light skinned or something.
yellow bonus what he wants. Nah.
Yeah, I don't really get into I don't know what to call her. Like I listen to music but not her kind.
I
So
don't. I don't.
I
I
listen to the
just
Breakfast Club in the morning on my way to work, and that's the only reason why I even know what you're talking about because I think she got Donkey of the Day or something like that.
have because she's not even a black woman.
Wait, she not black?
No.
What is she?
She's like I have to see if I can find the tweet again because she tweeted her ancestral history. Either way, I saw nothing of African lineage or roots.
I did my African ancestry, and my people are from Cameroon. Just want you to know, I'm black.
Hers was not that.
Oh well, sucks for her.
And you associate yellow bone with lighter skinned black women. It's like you ain't even black. And you using the term in a derogatory way because it is for one it came from slave masters, but you're using it in a derogatory way
Ooh,
to poke fun at his darker skinned baby
ooh,
mama.
I know exactly what we're gonna talk about next week,
Boy.
and I'm gonna send you something. Ooh, ooh, I'm gonna send it to you right now. Girl, I just got so excited. I'm of course still gonna do my book work and stuff like that so I can figure it out.
What
But
we figuring?
girl, I just gotta. I like to bring. I'm good for educational things because I like to read articles. So, but what I just sent you is gonna be like the backbone to colorism.
The backbone?
Yep. And on that note, I think we're gonna. You want to sign out?
You always do it. Come on, you know I'm introverted.
Oh, okay. So on that note, we good with the Soul Sisters. Follow us on Pandora, Apple Music, Google Playlist, uh, SoundCloud. Anywhere you can find us, you can find us. Um, so yeah, just follow us. Continue to like us and love us and whatever, whatever. Um,
To subscribe.
yeah, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Um, we are working on consistency, and we are eternally sorry that we have not have been the most consistent, but it has been a tumultuous ride, and there is literally life has just been lifing, but we're working on it. And we thank y'all for still rocking with us, even though we just all over the place right now.
Yeah,
And we
we are.
love y'all. And on that note, we're gonna go ahead and sign out. This was the Soul Sisters. I'm Candace, and she
I'm
is.
Ray.
And y'all have a wonderful day.